The fun part for us is that we saw you put each piece in the vortex, but you've forgotten the pieces that you've put there. We've seen the vortex spin the cooperative components into this future experience that you want, that you don't even know that you want. So you are, maybe for the first time ever in your life, in the place where, as it unfolds, you're going to know it as we know it. So Hester calls them lightning strikes, shivers, and rivers of energy flowing. You're going to get a lot of those. Think you're ready for what's about to come? Do you believe, and this is the most important question of the day or ever, do you believe that in a few short hours of focused intensity that you can set the tone for what happens next? Yes. We like that you know that. And so now we just want to tell you this one small thing. Everything that we just told you about your future experience, we love you so much, only applies today. In other words, tomorrow you got to start it over again. Tomorrow you got to pick the disc and get the momentum going. And the next day you got to pick the disc and get the momentum going. You can't fall back into old pipes and get that momentum going. This momentum is good for today, but it's enough for you to know the power of it. And we'll be right there with you, reveling in each and every cooperative component that is queued up and ready to reveal itself to you. It is our expectation that you're going to live happily ever after as a result of this understanding that's going to come fully, momentously into your conscious awareness. Never again are you not going to understand what's happening to you or anybody else. You're going to understand the laws of the universe so vividly that you will never again wonder why it's happening to you the way it is, why it's happening to anybody else the way it is. And further, you're going to gain control, not all at once, not in one day at the fair, but you're going to gain control of your own vibrational output. And when you do, you will access the leverage of the energy that creates worlds, and you will find yourself with that magical energy and power and alignment and vitality and invincibility that you were born to experience. It's who you are. It's how it should be for you. So we've been talking to you about law of attraction for a very long time, haven't we? And many people are beginning to understand it. Many are misunderstanding it. But we want you to understand that law of attraction is responding to the vibration of that which is you. We also want you to understand that you've got two vibrational things going on at any point in time, because you were source energy before you came into this physical body. And even though you were born into this body, that larger part of you still exists. It is a vibrational you. It's a vibrational, co-creative you. And it's pure positive energy. So here you are in your physical body, sifting and sorting, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want, all day, every day, have been for a very long time, launching preferences, clear preferences of what you prefer. And each one of these vibrational launchings is received by the larger part of you. In other words, vibrationally speaking, the source within you is evolving and expanding as a result of the life that you're living here in this physical body. When you see someone hungry, you want more food for your planet. When someone is rude to you, you want nicer people in your life and in the lives of others. In other words, you are constantly expanding and improving through the life that you are living. And the source within you is taking that expansion immediately. So we've been then explaining to you that without even knowing it, you've been creating this vibrational reality. It's the vibrational version that precedes the manifested version. And we explained to you that the source within you is collecting and becoming all that you are asking for. And then you say, well, if that's true, then why is my life not improving? And we say, for one very easy to understand reason, you're launching the rockets by knowing what you don't want, but then you're not practicing the vibration of what you do want often. Instead, you're beating the drum of justification of why you want the improvement. And that's that efforting factor that we're talking about that is not serving you. You're trying so hard to get what you want by pointing out that this isn't fair and this is unjust, and Kate shouldn't have won that, and they don't want me to win. In other words, as you feel the unfairness and then you stand in the justification, because there's a part of you that knows, you innately understand that you are supposed to be winning. You are supposed to be feeling good. And when you're not, you understand that there's something wrong, and then you go about trying to explain why it's wrong and how long it's been wrong and what's really wrong about it and how others agree with you that it is wrong. So you continue to practice the vibration, a frequency that disallows what you want. So in order to help you bridge that gap between who you've become and who you're allowing yourself to be, we are offering a series of analogies. We wanted you first to understand that there is a vibrational version of you that you have access to, but you have to practice yourself into alignment with it. And on some subjects, that's easy for you to do because you've been practicing it, and on other subjects, it's more difficult for you to do. So then we began explaining to you, yes, there is the non-physical version of you, which you are contributing to constantly. This is just not the non-physical part of you that was before you were born that now you're trying to catch up with. This is the non-physical part of you that has been expanding and evolving as a result of the life that you're living here in this physical body. So this vibrational version, this vortex version of you exists. It is a reality that you have access to, but you've got to find the frequency. Just like you've got to broadcast and receive with your transmitting mechanisms. You can't set your radio dial on 101 AM and receive what's being broadcast on 97 FM. You have to be on the frequency that the broadcast is coming from. So this vortex version of you is broadcasting this prosperous vibration of well-being, of alignment, of co-creation, of rendezvousing with all good things. The question is, are you on that frequency? And the answer is, if you feel good, yes. If you feel bad, no. Positive emotion means you're on the frequency or moving in on it, and negative emotion means that you're not. So then, as we've watched you, we've been calling this gathering the art of allowing for a number of years, because it's all about you figuring out how to allow that alignment. You figuring out how to hold a frequency consistently enough that you own it, that you know it, that you are it, that you be it. To establish a point of attraction with enough consistency that you allow momentum. Did you get that? Enough consistency that you allow momentum. Because when you say, I want it, but there's no momentum. I would like that, but you see, it's been hard for me. I want that, but my life's been very difficult for a very long time. Let me tell you the ways in which it has been difficult. And we say, stop talking about the ways in which it has been difficult, because you're killing the momentum of the desire that you just gave birth to. You gave birth to it and didn't allow it to get going. You give birth to it and don't allow it to get going. But imagine if you give birth to it and allow it to get going. If you give birth to it and allow it to get going. Esther had the dashboard cards made, and the first group of them were edited for space. And they said, things always work out for me. And Esther could feel the slight offness of that, because every time she's heard us say it, she's heard us say, things are always working out for me. Present tense. They are always. In this moment, they are working out. In this moment, they are working out. In this moment, they are working out. No matter what's happening and no matter what your perspective of what's happening is, things are working out. And as you practice that thought and come to own that, your concerns will be replaced with feelings of adventure, and your fears will be replaced with feelings of adventure and eagerness. Your confusion will be replaced with more moments of clarity, and your scrutiny of your time-space reality will be replaced with a feeling of appreciation of the bigness and the fullness and the possibility of it. The vibrational acuity that you have embarked upon as a result of the hours that you've patiently listened to us rambling here today has put you on a bouncing off place that will bring evidence to you immediately. And as you savor each and every particle of the evidence that is coming in response to your newfound vibrational frequency. You see, we've been here way more than 68 seconds. And we've come around to it again and again, way more than 68 seconds. You've practiced the vibration of the high-flying disc just by participating here in this day in ways that you've never practiced it before. You are vibrationally altered. And the universe will respond to you in those differences. The request that we now make of you is that you consciously acknowledge the vibrational differences, that you consciously acknowledge your realization of those differences. And that's how you maintain this momentum. The momentum that you felt when you made the decision to come here to begin with. The momentum that in physical words and terminology can be described like this. This is who you are and how you felt coming into this physical experience. I am a powerful creator, and I could not be more worthy or more loved. I am entrusted with the variety of this time-space reality, understanding that it will stimulate within me personal preferences, each and every one of which can be fully manifested and realized by me. I am the creator of my own reality, and I'll be co-creating with lots of others who at varying degrees will understand their own creative prowess. I'm born with an emotional guidance system that will always let me know where I am in relationship with the expansion that has been set out before me by me. And the alignment that I find and the resonance I feel in the form of emotions that feel like joy and eagerness and passion and love and appreciation and frustration and anger and despair. The emotions that I feel are my indicator of my vibrational placement, my vibrational point of attraction in this moment in time, which is where all of my power is. Today, we have literally pushed that reset button so that you are in that fresh new place, if you will allow it. So get your notebook or the memo pad on your iPhone and take note of the realization that's going to begin in the moment that this music starts, in reminding you of the perfection of that which is you, of the love that Source has for you, of the perfection of your moment in time, of the improvement in your vibrational state of being, of your rightness in this place in the universe, of your perfect timing in choosing to be here, in your perfect rendezvousing with those who are surrounding you. Make note of the obvious differences in your point of attraction. And in doing so, you will keep this momentum going. And it is our promise to you that not only will you continue to live happily ever after, but everything that you've been asking for will begin in this moment flowing steadily, directly, swiftly, and with ease into your experience. There is great love here for you, and as always, remain stubbornly in your vortex. Such a good day. Such a good day.